Welcome. I'm Steve Watson at Someday Farm, and thought I'd read a little poetry today, or poetry, I guess. Um, Recording on an iPad, reading from an iPad. Such is this life. This is a series of poems that I call Depression Poetry. I kind of feel like I need to, or it'd be wisest or most appropriate to disclaim that mostly this stems from my attempts to compassionately connect with those who do suffer from depression, and hasn't been a particular suffering of mine. This is not a cry for help, I guess. And as I've been doing here, I'm just going to just read through them, no particular order, uncurated, unorganized. And I tend to do a lot of wordplay, and hopefully we don't come into too much of that here that brings us to a piece that would be easier, more helpful if it's read by the eye than heard by the ear. So we're just going to see what we get. This first one is untitled, and I wrote it for David Nelson Shinzen. Fresh snow, full moon, all bright tonight, save, of course, the unsavably dimming me. Another untitled poem here. Long night, rain on the roof, roof under rain, me under the weather, under both. Moons hid, suns stalled, lower than the sea. This one's entitled Black and Blue. The moon is full and bright, it's white, but I know it's black, or anyway, gray, and swaddled in the airless really black, like me. The sun is yellow, the sky blue, but the sun's always seemed white to me, the anodyne sky so less blue than one who is blue down deep, so blue. And when the sky seems fruited with color, I know it's stolen hues, or leastways borrowed dyes when daylight daily dies. This one's untitled. I've the moon this earth, these stars, those stars. Who keeps the emptiness company, and might it know? I like that one. This one's a little longer. I'm just scrolling through to see. This one mentions Wo Wang in a Chinese term for a type of meditation, a release of past, kind of a meditation. It's called Zhuo Wang, so when we get to that, you might have an idea. It's untitled. Sitting less patiently than the moss beside this woodland wall, I wonder at the crevices, their critters. I wonder at the effect of frost on these fieldstone walls. I wonder at the effect of frost on this flinging and fielding query mind. A friend will come on the morrow to laugh, to walk, to shake mud free with me, to come to terms with unshook mud will he. He wished and inquired after two things I know whereof, of a stone to share in, a stone to carry off, a stone of a farm, a stone to heal with, a stone to burden himself by, that he might shake free his aging bones' burdenings. I wonder if, as I sit, less patiently than the mycelia forgetting Zhuo, the stones are circumstances of matter trying at mattering, of longing born into belonging, of gravity's family. I wonder if the spaces of this broken wall beside fallow field, beside medicine wheel, beside all I feel, are loneliness, empty, alone, acting as mortar for the dance of circumstance. And that one, the second time I used the word frost, it's capitalized after the poet Robert Frost in his Mending Wall poem. Untitled. That's not the title of it. I'm just telling you there's no title written here. I'm alone in a closet of a room. The day is done, the night not yet come. The feathers have fled the scene, the buzzings have let the flowers be. Now it's just me, awaiting the moon to keep me company. When she rises, I'll at last be my best alone. Another without title. I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but I wrote all these, so skip to the next video for famous poets. Untitled here. The sun was slow to set today. The dark was not so slow to slip inside tonight. This one also has no title. This dark, so beautiful in her silence, in her vasts, in her vaultings, in her indevoid void. This dark, so beautiful, so shy. More than once I've tried to introduce her to the colored sky. She retreats and leaves me to wear her dark, her silent, her indescribability, has a heart's ache for all the golden day. Dawn sees her retreat, and my breast feels her weight, and in the sun, a shadow upon my chest. I bear her weight. I can't bear her weight. The wordplay there is in the very last word is W-A-I-T. I bear her weight, heaviness. I can't bear her weight. Another without title. It's dark outside tonight. The moon a shaving of a sliver of the last bit before noon. I misread that. I will begin again. It's dark outside tonight. The moon a shaving of a sliver of the last bit before noon. It's dark outside too. Night. But no darker than it was inside all day today. Another sans title. The night is coming. The sun is falling. The light is failing. The night is numbing. For some the night hadn't left all day. The night is coming, and for we few, our becoming is succumbing. So this one, next one has a title. So there's that. And looks like we're about halfway through our incense, so that'll probably be our sign to close it out. Happy 10:08 of this video. This one I notice at the end it mentions zabuton, and that's what I'm sitting on. It's generally a squared cushion upon which you set your zafu, your meditation cushion, your cattail, or bakuial. So meditation cushion is fine. This is called sitting with and without words. Sitting with and without words. How might this come to its end? The brain thinks period, the heart feels exclamation. The body, opinionless, is punctuation without punctuation. The body, formed of formless, is but a playing at matter for a time, by the grand unness, ever present and never touched. Zabuton ends this life sentence with ellipsis. Another without title. The dark gave way to dim at dawn, the dim in turn to light. I'm not done though with the dark. A poet needs her time. The dark as well ain't done with me. Next poem is without title. And for today, not just today, but yes, today, I see the sea, feel from depths, reflect on reflections, and float unalone. Crane my neck towards new old frontiers, mark benches as benchmarks. Vividly, far from the horizon I set, reset for myself, far from failure, awaiting tidings of tides, whether high or low. I don't mind. I don't know. This one is called Spring Rains, and the spelling of rains is R-E-I-G-N-S. But of course it's like a homonym there, it's meant to. So this one must have been written about this time in whatever year, because right at the top it mentions a weeping cherry, and I can see that very weeping cherry in flower just now. And I have a view past the weeping cherry to the horse paddocks, so they're mentioning the horse here. It's called Spring Rains. There's a horse under the weeping cherry, and the sky is crying too. I'm sad that I'm happy today. The new greens are sprouting. It's spring. The upwelling tears are spouting. It's nothing. In the shade garden, the hellebores, each a dim-lit, dusty burgundy banker's lamp, refuse to face the smalling sun. Twin bleeding hearts rise in lone vigor, drizzle damp. In the next room, of course, the farmhouse sink is dripping, as it ever will, as it ever was, as it ever has, as it ever shall, as I ever will. So I think I'll finish with a poem I wrote this morning, a poem. This one's titled, but in both Japanese and Chinese. So presume it's untitled for now. And this one may not be complete. I don't know. I mentioned the Zafu a few minutes ago, the meditation cushion, so that's mentioned here. My teacher died, is buried in my Zafu. So I sit, cotton-soaking tears, buckwheat crunch rustle, failing to cover over whales. So I sit. This is it. So I sit. His fire unlit. So I sit. I sit to seek, to rediscover, to remember, to witness the lost, to face the mystery, to offer such presence as I might, to such impresence as a wronged right might. So I sit. So thank you for joining me in these challenging times for so many. I'm expecting and now seeing the darkness asserting squatters' rights in the light hearts of many. As light hearts, absent light, grow heavy, and perhaps people draw inward. So I thought I'd share some of my faulted and faulty words on the subject, in hopes, I guess, that it may expurgate feelings in a healthy way for you, or inspire somebody to seek help or act on behalf of others, or write or share. Not much for hope, but the topic was on my mind, and I had organized previously some of those poems that fit that topic, so I knew I could just kind of scroll through, and I just stopped where I stopped instead of going on, but you probably got the idea. So, thank you all very much.